chemical, biological, social, and physiological factors in their environment. Environment broadly includes everything external to ourselves, including the physical, natural, social, and behavioral environments. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being and is not merely the absence of disease or illness. Our environment has a lot to say about our health. John 1, verse 2 says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. In some cases, environmental factors impact mental wellness by changing brain structure and function. Research on children support this, noting that children raised in adverse environments tend to have hindered brain development, increasing the risk of memory loss, memory issues, learning difficulties, and behavioral problems. Environmental factors can also affect our mental health in the way they impact us physiologically. Your environment might raise or lower your stress levels. Research reveals clutter causes stress and anxiety. Aesthetics. Clustered spaces can create feeling of overwhelm and anxiety, while tidy spaces can invoke a sense of calm. Having colors and objects in your environment that are meaningful can also boost your mood. Sensory. The lighting, temperature, sound, smell, and color palette of an environment are very important to how comfortable, relaxed, and safe you feel. For example, harsh lighting and loud noises can lead to anxiety or agitation, while dark and cold spaces can lead to feeling unmotivated. People, indirect or inconsistent communication, conflicts, and unreliable people in the environment can be very stressful to manage. Conversely, sharing a space with someone you trust, such as a partner or spouse, roommate, friend, or loved one, can create a sense of calm. Home environment. The home environment includes more than just your physical dwelling. Our environment is a combination of both physical factors such as where you live and the people around you. Says Rochelle Scott, Medical Director of Psychiatric at Eden Health, both in your home but also on a wider community scale. Home-based environmental factors that can have a significant impact on mental health include climate, crime levels, environmental racism, pollution, presence of toxins in the home, and poverty. So I'll invite Sister Kim to come now and to continue.
All right. Thank you, Brother Dawkins. So I hope that you were listening, and that's a lot, right? So we're looking basically at our environment, right? We know that the things around us can affect us positively and negatively, right? So this evening, our focus will be on how our environment, how we keep it, and, we may not be able to control everything around that is happening around us, but we will be impacted by it some way or another. So I know that for you, you're at home and you have your own personal space. That is something, depending on who you live with, or if you have your own home, you will be able to control that. You're the person who decides rather what you put in your space. So you have some persons, they go out and they want to purchase things for their homes. They will go into the store and they will look at curtains, they will look at rugs and mats and stuff like that, and they will look at the color scheme of things and see what works with what. And then they carry those things home and set up their home, because home is supposed to be someplace comfortable. some place that after all the stress of the world, when you go back there, it's supposed to be able to kind of relax, unwind, rejuvenate, right? And get ready for the next day to come. So at this time, I'm going to call my panelists, all my wonderful interior decorators, to make their way to the front here with me. And we're going to have a little chat. And we're going to help the brethren to understand more about what it is that I'm speaking about in terms of how we create our homes to be a more comfortable space. Do I have to call you guys by name? Sister Simpson? Yes. All right, so welcome again this afternoon, ladies. So the reason why I went and handpicked you guys personally was because the brethren would have told me that you are gifted somewhat with the skill of interior decorating or have some idea of how putting, nice colors and schemes together will help you to create a more comfortable space. And so I know that with your area of expertise, even if it is a hobby, you can be able to help the brethren to understand how it is that we must keep our space and can find creative ways to make it more relaxing, especially at home. All right, so I use the term interior decorating. So let's break that down for the brethren. So what is interior decorating and why is it important for our health?
So I won't go about defining interior decorating, but I'll just speak about it and your health. So whether it is at church or at home, it's important that your environment is healthy. And the first thing is that it should be clean. And we see in the Bible where when they had pitched the tent, for example, the Israelites, they didn't camp within that space. There was a border around it, and they were on the outside, right? And in terms of their rubbish or garbage and whatever other waste they had to develop proper ways of disposing of it. And it's the same here in the sanctuary and also at home and also even at work. So what it is, it's first of all keeping the environment very clean. If you should realize that after you clean your house, it feels light. I don't know if it's me alone. But when you clean your house and you use your nice fragrances and all of that, no matter what was happening before, when you go inside, it has a what? It feels light. You feel that peace come over you. And it's the same whole way we should ensure that our church is clean, whether it's under the tent like the Israelites had, or whether it's when the physical structure, the permanent structure is finished. Also, it's important as it relates to, so we talk about how it makes you feel at peace. Also, sometimes it's the way you arrange things. I don't know if you ever change up your house. And when you change it up, you say, boy, it comes like you live somewhere different, right? And those who know me knows that I'm all about the niceties and the curtains and the matching and just the whole space having that peace over it. So how you arrange things makes a difference. For example, if you should put, if your space is a certain size and you put things in it a certain way, it will look very small, much smaller. But depending on how you arrange your furniture, where you put your mirror, your space can look bigger. And that is good for your mental health and all of that. And Sister Kim spoke about the colors. So if I'm feeling depressed, as I was All right, this is the last point. Sorry. If I feel it, so I do a lot of things, right? So I had some black curtains and some gray curtains, right? Nice, fancy, and look good. I was feeling so depressed, and I look and I said, this place, not where I'm at now, this will not help. So I changed down the black and the grays to pink and blue and white. And it's very airy, and then I felt as if I was in one of them little hut there at the beach. And it just felt so different and calming and peaceful. And so my mood also changed. So I'll cut here and let the other panelists say something.
Okay, thank you, Sister Simpson. Go ahead.
All right. All right, so you asked about the definition for interior decorating. So my definition for interior decorating is that it's not just all about colors and making a space looking pretty. It's about having a comfortable space and a space that is functional and one that is great for a person's well-being. And the other part of the question is why is it important? So why is interior decorating important for mental health? So everything in our environment affects our mood. And so since everything in our environment affects our mood, for example then, lighting improves mood. So if a space have enough natural lighting, it sort of decrease stress and yes, depression.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else want to touch on that question?
Okay. Sister Jamila, I'm thinking if I have anything left.
There's
All
one
right.
thing left.
All right, don't go no more. All right, but when I think of interior decorating, I think of the senses that God has given me and how I can